So today I'm going to be talking about how I ended up where I am now, being my own boss, having my own business, and doing this full time. So I've actually had my business for quite a while now, since I was 19. And when I graduated school, so when I was 18, I decided to do a little bit of English tutoring. So I'd done pretty well at school in terms of my English subjects, so I decided to just make a little bit of extra cash on the side while I was at university studying pharmacy. And I really enjoyed doing tutoring. It was something that was really rewarding, and it was just fun because all the students that I had were pretty much the same age as me, so it was really easy to get along with them. This is in comparison to pharmacy, which I'd always felt like was a little bit dry. I'd always thought to myself that I'd push through pharmacy all the way to the end because you're often told that the content that you learn at university is not necessarily the same. You don't experience it in the same way once you get out into the workforce. So having that in mind, I decided to push through pharmacy and see what life would be like on the other side as a pharmacist. So my two stories of me doing a little bit of tutoring on the side and me studying pharmacy both collided a few years down the track, but I'll get to that in a second. So when I turned 19, my second year of uni, I was not really that motivated at university. There wasn't that much that was challenging me in terms of the course. So a lot of my focus was on tutoring, and I noticed a gap in the market. And of course, being 19 and not knowing anything about business and not knowing that I was going to go into business or stumble into it, I didn't realize that the term for this was the market gap. And what I found was that students found it really difficult to search for reliable and trustworthy resources for English and literature subjects online. So I decided that I would create this website, www.vcstudyguides.com, and start publishing some resources, all for free for everyone to use. Now, I knew that ultimately I wanted to monetize what I was doing, but I didn't know exactly how. And back in 2009, everyone used to use AdSense, and AdSense was the way that everyone was generating money from their blogs, especially through affiliate links. And so I did a bunch of research on this, and I decided to go down the same path. And I thought that eventually over time, my blog would be able to be monetized through all of these placements of Google Ads, and hopefully down the track, do some affiliate linking. So I always knew that I wanted to turn this into a business. However, it didn't really take the forefront of everything because I was studying at university. And when I eventually did become a pharmacist, things did not turn out for the better. I found that in conjunction with my tutoring, which I'd continuously done throughout university, it was a lot less rewarding. There were challenges that I didn't necessarily want to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So, for example, angry customers, answering to higher-ups, and trying to meet sales targets. And that's just not what's for me. I know that a lot of people out there are really good at this kind of thing, but it just wasn't my type of thing. So at the end of my first year of doing pharmacy, I really wanted to go overseas. For a boy, actually. So it's funny how love takes you to certain places, but what I wanted was annual leave from my pharmacist in charge, and I had annual leave. I even found someone to replace me, but I was told that I wasn't allowed to go, especially because the period that I wanted to go in, which was December, was a very busy period for the pharmacy, which I completely get, and it's definitely not my boss's fault at all. I know that she was just doing her job, but for me, it really felt like my pharmacy career was impinging on other aspects of my life. So I decided to quit. And it was a very drastic thing to do, but it's the best thing that I have done to date. So the reason why I quit so abruptly was because I knew that I had tutoring income, and I had a stable income from tutoring that I could just transition into it very easily the next year, and I'd be able to take on board as many students as I wanted. Because going back to the website was now visited by over 40,000 people per month, and therefore I was getting quite a few requests for private tutoring. To the Google AdSense, I actually never really made any money off those. I think I made about $100 every couple of months. It was really not that much. I never entered into affiliate marketing either, and by this stage, which was the end of 2014, Google AdSense was out of the door. People weren't using it anymore. People saw it as spam when it's on websites, and people wanted to go for that very clean, minimalist website look. So it definitely wasn't going to be the mainstream of income for me. So I very much stumbled into what I do now. When I entered doing tutoring full-time, very quickly, within 2 months, I had reached my capacity, and I realized that I needed to hire more people to take on board the number of students who were asking for private tutoring. So although I had started my business at 19, it didn't really fully kick off until 2015, which is when I quit my other career and started focusing on Lisa's study guides full-time. It's now 2017, and within the past 2 years, I have grown my business into having 50 people who work for me, over 100 private students, and we do a bunch of other things now. And all these other projects I'm really excited to share with you in the upcoming videos. So that's my own story of how I became my own boss. It was very much coincidental or accidental, but I am so happy that I am down this path in comparison to pharmacy, which I absolutely hated. So tell me about yourself. Are you somebody who has already got a business? Well, how old were you when you first started it? Or are you looking into starting your own business now? If you're interested, on my other channel, which is designed for all the students, I actually have a video on how I became my own boss. But I think the takeaway message here is that you don't need to be born an entrepreneur. You don't need to be somebody who absolutely knows exactly what you're doing from the get-go. I didn't. I just went ahead. I saw something that was a gap in the market, and I delved straight into it, and I figured it out as I went. I'd love to talk more about these things in the future, so go ahead and subscribe just down below and hit the bell button if you're interested in getting notifications so that you know when my next video comes out. See you guys next time. Bye!